future and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright.
Hello. I see you.
Rainbow, the promise, the future and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah.
Hello.
Inside,
Inusa, I see you.
inside,
JJ, you are
bringing
welcome.
hope and make you
Oh.
feel alright.
Thank you. Thank you. Nate, I see you. Pagato, Denisa, welcome. Petri, you are welcome.
Love is light that's within me.
Thank you,
Shine
Petri.
to the whole world, whole world.
Beatrice, Ratu,
Let the
thanks for
dawn
joining.
of a new day
Let's share this
bring
live. Let's share.
understanding and love.
Help share the live to your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. It's an interesting one, as usual. Oh, let's see. Let me see if I can send to as many people as possible as well.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future and life.
Thank you, Ratu. Thanks for joining.
Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world.
Adepa, I see you.
Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Welcome, Johanna. I see you. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Help share this live, please. Help share to your friends. Let them be part of this talk today. Thank you for joining.
Hope and make you feel alright.
I see you. Thank you.
Rainbow, the promise, the future and life.
Yeah.
Love is
Arima, you are welcome. I see you.
shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day
Raleigh
bring
Gold,
understanding
you are
and
welcome.
love.
Thank you for joining.
Oh, inside.
Happy Monday to you. I hope our day has been good.
inside.
Good evening, good day, wherever you're joining from. Guys, you're welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal today. The day the Lord has made, indeed, we ought to rejoice and be glad in it. I always love to say that in full. Thank you so much, Rolly. I see you guys. Just click down on your screen and you see names pop up. Some of us, we don't know. I had to learn this as well. When you click down for like 2 seconds, some names will pop up and then you press send all the way down. Just press send to your friends, to your followers. Let them be part of this talk today. I like to bring interesting and interactive talks so that, you know, our lives can be better. We can do better. My today should be better than my yesterday, as they say. So we bring talks like this every Monday. And I bet everyone can relate with this. As long as you're human, you're living, you can relate with this. The topic for today is self-development. Self-development. Even people in the villages, want to learn more. They want to know more. How much more we, out there in the cities or, not villages, I guess, if I can say that. Nate, thank you so much for liking the live. So click down for 2 seconds on your screens and you will see names pop up. Just click send to all your friends to be part of this talk today. I've done the same thing. So thank you guys for joining. I hope the start of the week is not too bumpy. And if you're at work, well, I wish you well. Don't overdo it. Do the best you can, but take it easy, because some of us are workaholics. I feel a little bit tired, but I'm good. I just have to be here. So I needed to sum up courage to be here for our talk today. And as usual, after my talk, I'll be bringing us up to discuss this more. I want to hear your perspective to it. Self-development. Do you think it's necessary? Self-development. Do you think, it's all right. As long as you have a good job or whatever, you should be fine. What's there to develop again? I wouldn't know, but I'm going to bring perspective to it. And that's why I always come with my talk. And as I give the talk, let's reflect on it. There might be some angles that I probably won't mention at all today. So you can bring that on board so that we can learn to the fullest and, be better. Tam, I see you. User 235231. Well, all these numbers. Thank you so much for joining. Nato Chess, I see you. Thanks for joining. Please click down once again on your screen. Names will pop up. Help send to your friends to be part of our talk today. So after my talk, I'll be bringing us up and I have a different puzzle for us today. It's a very funny one. I'm actually doubting if anybody can get this one, because people tend to overthink. When you say puzzle and you tell them what a puzzle is, they start overthinking it. And it's not something to overthink, but then it's a very trickish one. So if you know the answer, when the time is right, you will come up, tell us the answer, you get the gift for today. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it and I'll bring you back next Monday. Whoever gets it then gets the gift. If nobody gets it, I keep my gift. I love my donuts, I'm telling you. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me on Insights today. Is it an Adam and Eve one again? That's funny, no? Said that. Oh, Diga Jean. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not Adam. It's not Adam and Eve, but stay tuned. You might just guess it. You see, even that Adam and Eve, you know the answer to it, so don't overthink it. By the time I bring it on, don't overthink it. So I hope you hang around till then. I'm gonna go straight. Remember the forbidden fruit? Haha. Oh, you did remember that. But yeah, it wasn't fruit, it was spare ribs. Eve's favorite food. I remember that person now. It wasn't apple, it wasn't snake, it was spare ribs, with the barbecue sauce maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much, DJ John. I hope to see you when I bring salt and pepper. Aha, okay. I like barbecue sauce. I like pepper as well. So you have to wait after the talk. We will talk some more, discuss more about this topic, how we can, better our lives. Thank you so much. I love it when people interact like that. It means they've been paying attention. So I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But help share this live. Click down on your screen and all those names will pop up. Just send. Anyone that is available will join us. Bilfa, I see you. Thanks for joining. So without wasting too much time, I'm going to go into the talk. It's not really a long one. Self-development. I mean, it actually says it's only joking. Okay. It says self-development, So once again, I just want to say thank you for joining in today. And I hope that this talk today will be beneficial to you. So self-development, as we all know, is a journey that each of us would embark on, often without realizing it, because sometimes you might feel you're not actively self-developing yourself, but you find out that the things you're doing from day to day is kind of developing you without even you knowing. So it encompasses a wide range of practices aimed at improving various aspects of our lives. So not just our academics or every aspect of our life, we can always self-develop. I'm talking about our skills, our mindset, and overall well-being. So today, I'd like to look at what self-development means, why it is very important, and practical steps we can take to kind of foster growth. Because all we're talking about self-development, we're talking about growth. I've learned not to care what anyone thinks. He's so much better that way. Oh, okay. You know what? Save the talk for when we come into the box and share our views. Because I can only read what you say. I might not be able to add more to it. So I don't want to add what I'm thinking to it. So I needed to add what you're thinking to it so we can learn. Yeah, we need to be ourselves, but we need to be a better version of ourselves. Thank you, Digger John. Thank you, Ify. I cite you. I hope you're not just dashing in and out. I am Ollie. Thanks for joining. So, self-development, when you talk about self-development, you're talking about growth in every aspect of our lives. So hopefully we'll be able to talk about all of this, why it's important and all of that. Thank you, Ify, for liking the live. Much appreciated. So understanding self-development, it is the process of improving oneself through conscious habits, choices, and activities. So what you do day in, day out, either cannot develop yourself or I want to believe so, because for everything you do, you learn. For everything you do better. The more you do certain things, the more you develop, the attitude to doing that thing and you become better. That's some sort of growth. So understanding self-development, like I said, is improving yourself through conscious habits. That means you're conscious about it. The reason you're doing this is because you want to get better at it. You want to self-develop yourself. Thank you so much for the heart me word inside. So it involves a commitment to personal growth in areas such as emotional intelligence, for example. So understanding and managing our emotions while empathizing with others as well. So you can learn emotionally. Good evening, Word Inside. You're welcome. I hope your day has been good. So there's so many aspects, like I said, we can self-develop ourselves. Emotional intelligence. Some people, you might say something and it will take them a while to grasp, to understand, and it will take them a while to respond. But with time, they know the pattern of thinking. Good evening. Good evening. And you get more intelligent, you're growing, you're self-developing yourself in terms of emotions, in terms of your intelligence. And again, another one is skills acquisition. When you're talking about self-development, learning new skills that enhance your personal and professional lives. I tell you, some people, they may have to go back and enroll themselves back in school, uni, PhD, masters, whatever, just to acquire more knowledge, just to self-develop themselves. So there's nothing wrong in that. I'm not saying everybody will do that, but some people would, intentionally go and do that just as part of their self-development. And again, mindset growth, cultivating a positive and growth-oriented mindset. I know of some people, they're just so negative. When you bring a challenge or a problem, the first go-to is, how this thing will not work. How it can never get better and things like that. So some people might need to develop themselves in terms of their mindset. They need to grow, not just being negative all the time. I know sometimes, things are negative as they are, but your solution should be positive, not another negative, if you get me. Hill Songs Far, thanks for joining. I see you. Another aspect is the physical well-being, maintaining our physical health through exercise, nutrition, and self-care. These are all part of self-development. I want to grow healthy, even though I'm past the age. I can't get any taller. I can't get any taller than I am now. But then that doesn't mean I should eat anyhow or do whatever I feel like. No, it will have some repercussions on my body. Some people, due to their, lackadaisical attitude, they eat the wrong thing, they drink the wrong stuff, and then, they start having problems with their organs and all of that. So we're talking about the wholeness, the human wholeness, when we're talking about self-development. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I see you, Angel's Voice. Maybe you're going to sing for us today, BZXB. You are welcome. It's been a while I worshipped here. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Or maybe next week or on Friday, I'll prepare for that. So the importance of self-development is very important, because otherwise I won't be bringing it here, Some people even look down on themselves. They allow age, friends, family, to talk down on them, and they just feel there's no hope. What's the point developing myself? Everybody just think I'm this way or what? No. What do you think of yourself? Do you think you're okay the way you are? Then tough. It's fine. But if you think you need to develop in one area or the other, don't be ashamed. Sometimes there's certain simple things of life that I don't even know. And then maybe I'm in the midst of people and they're talking about stuff and everybody seems to know what was mentioned. And I'll be like, sorry, I don't know what that means. Sometimes they laugh at me. I don't care. I don't know. I'm not going to say a lie. Tell me, what does it mean? The moment you tell me, then I know. Next time I hear that, I'm able to contribute. I'm able to say something about it. Well, there's no point, forming to be who you are not. I want to develop. I want to grow. Sometimes we learn from children. You learn from your mates. You learn from anyone, everyone, really. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Self-development, it's for your own good. It's for my own good. If I, try to learn and grow, why not? So it's very important. And I'm going to tell us a few bits, not all, because of time. Self-development is very crucial for several reasons. Like I said, I'll mention a few. You can also note some and you can come up to share to us. Stereo, I see you. Thanks for joining. Self-development can empower you. Yes, it's for empowerment. So it empowers us to take control of our lives, helps us to set goals and also to achieve them. So you have a goal, you set them. Your aim is to achieve that. And when you set a goal, whatever you have to do to achieving that goal is going to develop you, whether mentally, intellectually, academically, financially, even in all ways. So, importance of self-development is to empower us to be better, to know better, to grow better, and all the better you can think of. Patricia, thanks for joining. Another importance is resilience. Developing skills and emotional intelligence equips us to handle challenges even more effectively. Whatever you do, you become a guru at it. You think like that on the spot, solutions, and because you've been over time developing yourself, trying to get more knowledge, trying to acquire more skills and all of that, you're developing yourself and you become a solution person. It's been a while. Jane Bond, thanks for joining. I hope you are good. Thank you, Shagan. I see you as well. Welcome to Insight. So you can build resilience when you develop yourself. And again, you can increase confidence. This one, I can testify. It increases your confidence. Our Bible talks, knowledge is power, and it says, without knowledge, people will perish. So I don't want to perish. I want to grow. Knowledge is powerful. Knowledge can help develop you. The things you don't know before, because you seek to develop yourself, you get more knowledge, you gain more intelligence, and then you grow. Do you understand? And this is a process, that is ongoing. As long as you're living, you're growing. There was one time I saw these clips, somebody passing it around. I think it was 89-year-old man who graduated from university, and not just graduated, top of his class. And I'm like, wow, this man is not getting older anytime soon. He just wants to keep developing himself, because as long as you're living, that brain cells it just needs to keep going, to keep you on your toes and develop and grow and all of that. So thank you so much. I can see you. Thank you for liking the live already. Much appreciated. So self development will help you increase your confidence. Because you don't know something before, you might be timid, you might be shy, and now you have the knowledge, you're more confident to come out and talk about it and all of that. I remembered me once upon a time, many, many, many years back, I used to be so shy. Oh my goodness. Give me a microphone, camera, I'll just be like that. I was so shy, but people surrounding me, they kind of helped me find my voice. I started gradually, I'll be reading articles and things like that, going for debates. I was quite brilliant, going for debates, finding my voice. And look at me here, how many years after, I'm still here doing this, and growing by the day. Because every time I have to come up here on Inside, I have to gather knowledge, look for what to add, what to put up. It's kind of developing me as well. And what I thought I knew, in the process of preparing for Insight, I even get more knowledge. It's part of the self-development I go through every week. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you that. So it's kind of increasing my confidence as well. I mean, in my profession as well, as a counselor, the more clients that I see with different challenges, it kind of helped me. I want to know more what a strategy to help this client with. Sometimes I bring my textbooks from uni. I'm like, I need to go back and read this, and and it kind of helps me, to keep growing. So you can check your life as you are right now, whatever profession you're doing, whatever your day-to-day activities are. Check somewhere in there, are you developing yourself by the day? Or is it the one that you have to sit and plan? Okay, I'm going to go for this course, maybe 6 months. That is also good. But as long as you're consciously, developing yourself to be a better version of you. Again, self-confidence improve relationships by understanding ourselves better, because you're growing, you're self-developing, your better version of you, yourself. This can also help improve our interaction with other people, leading to stronger relationships. People can come and count on you. Michael, I see you. Luna, welcome. They'll be like, oh, this person. Or some friends will even say, wow, I've just noticed this confidence in you these days. I've just noticed that you've become, more understanding, or you've become, sometimes, people will tell you, oh, thank you, St. James. They will tell you that they've noticed some kind of development in you. And that's kudos to you if your friends have told you that lately. Well done. That means you're doing something. You're on the right track. And again, another importance to self-development is lifelong learning. Lifelong learning. I'm telling you, this world, in this rapid changing world, the ability to adapt and learn is very essential for personal and professional success. There's some things, if I mention right here now, how many of us watching me right now remember the turntable? What is that flat disc? What's it called? Records. Those records. and the turntable, they put the pin and it goes round and plays music. You rarely find them now. They're probably in museums. The world has been advancing. And then guess what? I mentioned here many years back, I think 2003, me and my husband, we launched our album, the one album, back then. It was a CD. And I thought they were all gone. But, we keep moving from one place to another. Not long ago, was it about a month ago, I was looking for something in my back garden in the, pile of all of that. And I saw 4 of this disc. I saw the Royals, hence FunmiRoyal. I saw the CD. I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to it. It's been so long, because I thought all the the CDs were sold out. That was, oh my God, 21 years ago. I'm telling you guys. And my laptop doesn't have no disc player. I say, hey, look at development. And I'm like, where would I get? That means I have to go and buy a CD player to attach to my laptop and all. So you can see, even the world is developing. We have to develop to catch up with the world as human. Otherwise, your personal life, are you developing? Your professional life, are you developing? So you can imagine the advancement. Now is a disc. Now is just what is it called? Air transfer. Color girl, I see you. KB, I see you. So things are advancing and changing. You don't want to be left behind. You don't want, when people are talking at a gathering, you have no clue what they're talking about, because they're talking about all this development, all this advancement, and you're still in 1970 something. They will laugh at you. Sometimes friends could be that cheeky. Anyway, so those are a few importance I'm going to mention. There's so many I know. Like I said, because of time, I'm going to just leave it at that. So maybe you will come up and tell us other reason why self-development is important. Again, steps to self-development, in no particular order. I can mention all of it. I'll mention a few just so we have an understanding. So now that we understand what self-development is and why it is important, so let's discuss some practical steps to embark on this journey. So steps, like I said, in no particular order. Set clear goals. Self-development, in case you're just joining, is there on the screen. That is our topic for today. So in order to develop yourselves, what do? Let's talk about the steps. Set clear goals. Identify what areas of your life you want to improve, because you might just be okay in certain areas, but in other areas you're really like way behind. So set clear goals, what area of your life you want to improve. Use what I call SMART criteria. SMART as in acronyms. SMART. S, specific goals. So you have to, know yourself better, apart from maybe somebody setting you a goal you have to achieve, maybe at work or whatever. But this one now we're talking about self-development. So for yourself, the first thing is be specific about whatever goal in life you want to pursue at this moment or in the next season or whatever. OBO, I see you. Thanks for joining. In the acronym SMART, SM, M is measurable. Make sure it's something that is real, something you're capable. Even if you might not be able, you think you're not capable, but you see yourself doing that. In the process, you're going to grow. In the process, you're going to learn. Let it be something measurable. Say, for example, I've been so fascinated about maybe gadgets. You can go and do some technical courses and what have you. That is measurable. It could be a 1-year course, it could be a 6-month, but just so that you don't keep procrastinating and wasting time and all of that. So let it be something measurable by you, not anyone, by you. And then SMART, I'm saying the acronym SMART, SMART. The A is achievable. It is something you can achieve. You have to work hard, you have to be committed and all of that, but this thing is achievable. So make sure it's something you can achieve. And the R in the SMART is relevant. Is it relevant to what exactly in your life? Is it relevant to your personal life? Is it relevant to your work life? Is it relevant to your personal development? in your relationship, in your whatever, just make sure whatever it is you're setting the goals for is something that is relevant, or it could be something that's relevant in the society, where the society will call for you to come and be a solution to something as well. Make sure it's relevant. And the T from SMART is time bound. Set your goals, set time to it. Otherwise, that goal is just going to be a goal on paper. It's just going to be there. You're not going to achieve it. You're not going to chase after it. And the development you're supposed to get from it is lost. So make sure you set time. SMART, SMART. I don't know if anyone is there. You can type it on screen for us. That'll be good. I'm not sure if my manager is there at the moment. Specific goals, measurable goals, achievable goals, relevant goals, and time-bound goals, such that you set your mind to it, you go and achieve it. I remembered when it was so much on me as a Christian counselor. I'm like, I want to learn the secular one, so that I can broaden the clientele, not just Christians, anyone. I can counsel them. I'm like, this is a big thing. That means going back to the university to get a degree in counseling. I'm like, that's 3 years. Oh my God. All I'm thinking in my head at the time was my jollof rice, my chicken and pepper soup. I'm like, but if I really want to do this, I can achieve it. And then I said, okay, what are my limitations? Okay, I still have a year to go because of this, maybe childcare or whatever. And I set my mind to it, and I started looking up to the courses, checking the schools. I'm like, when is the deadline to enroll and things like that? Before you knew it, guys, phew, I wrote this school, that school, and all of that. Before you knew it, one school called for interview. Are you ready for interview on so day? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. And that was before COVID, before the very lockdown of COVID. And I'm like, oh, Funmi, you've set this goal, you're going about it. I was scared, guys. I won't lie to you. I'm like, it's been ages. University, oh no. But then I'm like, I can achieve this. I can do this. I see people, graduating left and right. If they can do it, I can do it. So I set my mind to it. I set specific time. Okay, it's going to be 3 years. 3 years before it's going to come like that. And then by the time I know, I got in, I got the school that I wanted, the course that I wanted. And then year 1 or year 4, whatever, level 4, whatever it is, I'm like, oh my God, it's so interesting. And I'm like, why have I not thought to do this all this while? Life happens, as you know. And I'm like, this is the time. Nothing is going to stop. I have to do this. I finished the first year. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I was proud of me because I said to myself, at the most, I'm going to have to retake some paper, redo this, because, that headspace at the time wasn't, academics as such. But guys, I finished my year, the first year at uni. I didn't have to redo no paper, nothing. I'm like, well done, you can do it. 2 more years to go. And then before you know the second year, wow, oh my God, 1 more year, I'm nearly done. And I'm like, wow. So when you set the goals, make sure it's something you can achieve. And somewhere along the line, even if there are bumps, on the way, still be focused, be committed. Sometimes you may have to redo a level, in order to develop to that place you really want to be. So don't give up, guys. I'm rooting for you. Linda, welcome. Erica, I see you. Thanks for joining. So specific goals, measurable goals, achievable goals, relevant goals, and time-bound goals. And then, some of you have seen on my page there, I posted the graduation and all of that, despite all the delays here and there. But I did it anyways, and I'm better for it. I've gained the knowledge. I've broadened my clientele. I can counsel non-Christians. I can counsel Christians as well. So you can imagine that self-development has kind of helped me build more confidence. And of course, if you pursue such, the same thing would happen to you as well. So again, another step to developing ourselves is creating a learning plan. Just like the example I gave, create a learning plan, because in order to develop, you want to learn something new. You want to learn beyond what you know already. Enrique, thanks for joining. So determine the skills or knowledge you need to achieve your goals. So when I was like, okay, this is I want to go for this counseling course and all of that, what do I need? Do I have what it takes and all of that, be determined. And of course, I mean, being a Christian counselor, I've got knowledge to some level, and all those theories and what have you missing from the Christian ones. I get them in the counseling, the secular one, adding knowledge to knowledge, empowering myself, developing myself. I'm just using me as an example so that you understand what I'm saying, to make it real. So this could involve formal education, which I had to go through, online courses, or reading a book, or attending workshops. So it could be anything really. Mine was a long-term goal, 3 years. Not everybody might be willing to do 3 years. There's so many short online courses you can actually enroll and do them. And in fact, sometimes under 1 hour, you do the course and you get your certificate. And you can do whatever it is with the knowledge you've gained. So it doesn't have to be that long term, but it could even be more, and depending on what you need to develop as a person. And again, develop a growth mindset. If I'd gone to uni thinking I know it all, after I've been counseling people for years and years, well, what are they going to teach me that is new? No, I went there like a baby who knows nothing. I would ask questions, I would, because there were similarities, in the counseling approaches and all of that. But there's always this thin line. So I needed to understand, such that every client, I give them the very best that they need. You understand? So I had to ask questions and all of that. My mindset is, I need to learn more. I want to do more. I want to learn more. I want to be better than, my yesterday, so to say. So embrace challenges and view failure as opportunities to learn. View it as opportunities to learn. I remembered one of my, this person we started the course with, they had a lot going on for them, and at the end of the first year they were told they had to do the first year all over. Oh, everybody felt bad for them, and she almost kind of gave up. I'm like, no, you can do this. You're passionate about this thing. You said, if not for issues of life that kept you, don't let anything stop you. This was your goal. You make sure you achieve it. The support one could give here and there. And she had to start all over again. And guess what? She's done. She's done as well. I'm like, well done, well done. So sometimes you might face some bumps along the way when you're trying to self-develop. It should not stop you. Rather, take it as opportunity to even learn more. You tried something, you failed at it. That doesn't mean don't try it again. No, go back. Check again, see what exactly you missed the first time. This is part of self-development, because otherwise we won't be saying self-development if you have attained, like you're there, nothing more to learn. You know everything there is to know to better your life. Well, kudos to you if you're there watching right now. So celebrate small wins as well and recognize your progress along the way. I was so proud of me, because the first year I sweated, guys. I'm like, all these textbooks. Sometimes my husband will be like, are we not going to sleep again in this house? You see like 10 textbooks. I'm looking for citations, looking for references. Oh my God, I remember those days. And he'll be like, we need to sleep. Sometimes I'll look up, it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, and I had to wake up so early to off to school. Next day, I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? So I was so determined. I'm like, you know what? This is my goal. I need to achieve it. And when I finished that first year, I was so proud of me, guys, I must say, because I'm like, it's been so long. I've been in school, many years, just raising a family, being in a family and all of that, working. And I'm like, do I have what it takes again? Is this head ready to be academic? I mean, to bring more academics and all of that. But I did it, guys. Yes. So if you're there, don't give up. I'm rooting for you, guys. You can do it. You can do it. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate when you get that grade and you've passed it. Celebrate it as well. Pat yourself, hug yourself, tell yourself, well done, because you deserve that. Again, practice self-reflection. Oh my goodness. In the course, this thing every time comes up. When I go for my group meetings or what have you, Self-reflection. What have you reflected about yourself based on this knowledge you've gained? Have you noticed anything about yourself? Because if you don't know, certain things about yourself, how will you be able to help the client know certain things about themselves? So it was really practical. I loved every bit of it, honestly, guys. So I don't know what your passion is or what you're pursuing to developing in yourself. Make sure it's something you will enjoy, because that would push you, keeps you going. Thank you, Nana, Pat. I see you guys. Thanks for joining. Help share the live. You can still help send to as many people as possible. Again, in practicing self-reflection, regularly take time to reflect on your experiences, your emotions, and your growth. Check, are you better than yesterday? This thing you're putting all your time, energy, effort into it, are you any better? These are things you need to check periodically. Sometimes you may have to write things down. Journaling can be a powerful tool for this. Put it down. When you started, you're feeling this or you notice this. When you're in the middle stage, check, has anything changed and things like that. Ask yourself what you learned and how you can improve whatever it is you're doing. That would help, self-development in your life. And again, seek feedback. Always seek feedback. It may never always be the feedback you're willing to hear, but hear it. We can do better. So don't be afraid to ask for constructive feedback from peers, mentors, or supervisors, as the case may be. This can provide valuable insights and help you identify areas for improvement. No man knows it all. I don't know it all. That's why the fact that I've gone to do that counseling course and all, I don't know it all. I thought I've been counseling as a Christian counselor, all these years. I didn't know it all. And by the time I went back to uni to do that, the circular one, boy, oh boy, I felt so empowered. So you need to identify areas, when people give you feedback, areas you need to work at, areas you need to improve on. Don't take it like, oh, they're just shutting you down. Or no, you have to have an open heart, and that's the only way you cannot develop as well. Because when they say to you, oh, this area, that area, at least you know outrightly what to develop in you. Again, it builds a support of network around you. Build a support of network around, not just any support, positive network support. A positive one. Because sometimes you're still trying to develop, trying to gather knowledge, and the people beside you are like, are you the only one? What's this? Don't let them slow down your pace. Go at your pace. If you feel the people surrounding you, they're not helping you to develop, pack your bags, dust your shoes, off you go. Off you go. So surround yourself with positive influences, people who inspire and will support your journey. Make sure you identify those people. It's very crucial. Share your goals with them, because they understand and they know and they're open-hearted just like you. So share your goals with them and seek their encouragement. Sometimes you may feel down, you may feel like, can you do this? And you need that friend to say, you know what? I'm rooting for you. Everybody's looking up to you. You can't afford to do this, Make sure you have people like that around you, such that when the tough time is going, you have these tough people toughening you up. Tough, yeah. I hope you have such people around you. If not, please start looking. Check well. The people surrounding you, are they there to help you to develop yourself? Again, take care of your health. It matters a lot. Don't say because you want to self-develop, you're chasing academics, you're not eating. In my case, not sleeping adequately. You guys get what I mean? Baby boss J, thanks for joining. Nana, I see you. So also take care of yourself as you're developing, you're learning, gaining knowledge. Prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, because all of that has to be intact for you to even develop anything, for you to gain that knowledge, for you to grow. So regular exercise, eat a balanced diet, some mindfulness practices, if possible, can greatly enhance your capacity for self-development. You can see it takes a lot. Sometimes you feel you're ready to do something, to kind of develop you, but your mind is not just in that space at all. It tends to appear like you're struggling. Sometimes you might have to pause and attend to whatever, is shifting your focus, your your mind from that thing and attend to that first so that you can get adequate development in what you're trying to pursue. So it's very important. Make sure your mind is in the right place for that self-development activity you want to embark on. Again, finally, I'm going to say stay consistent. Guys, stay consistent. Self-development is a continuous journey. No matter how old you are, no matter whether you're a wife, a husband, a worker, anything, a leader, it's a continuous journey. A leader will always want to be a leader. They have to help themselves to get better because the people behind you, the people you're leading, they're looking up to you, and you can't afford to be stagnant in your self-development. You always have to be there developing yourself such that you get such knowledge and help develop those you're leading as well. So consistency is key. Set aside regular time, maybe each week or periodically, to focus on your growth. You self-check yourself, guys. Thank you so much. Self-check yourself. In the last 6 months, have you grown? It's not all about academics. I just cited that example for you because it's readily available and it's my story, I guess. So yours could be anything at all. As a wife, some wife, maybe they don't know how to cook. Thank God for YouTube videos, TikTok videos. By the time you try the first time, your husband says, this is too salty. Okay, it's too salty. And something was telling you when you were adding that salt. Something was telling you might just be too much. Next time you adjust it. You've developed, you've grown. The next time you try, I bet it'll be better than the previous times. So the more you do this, because you're consistent, because you're persistent about it, you get better. And such people, I've known people from way back, they didn't know how to cook. Now they kind of run restaurants. So you can imagine, the more you do something, the more you develop yourself, the more you gain knowledge, the more you gain all of these things. So, why not? Thank you so much for joining. If you are, I see you. Cools, thanks for joining. I see you. So I'm going to conclude by saying that self-development is not a destination but a lifelong journey. Remember, I told us of an 89-year-old man who went back to the university. If 89-year-old can go back, how much more we that were young people, young at heart. Lord have mercy. So self-development requires dedication. It requires patience. Be patient with yourself because you might not always get it right. The first time you're trying to learn, you're trying to be more intelligent and all of that. Asad, I see you. And again, be willing to embrace change because in self-development, changes would come. You may have to do away with the old ways of doing things and you have to learn the new ways of doing things. Because most often you find out people say, we've always been doing this like this for ages and ages. But then here is a new development. You can do it faster. In fact, 10 times faster. Why would you not want to embrace that? Why would you want to stay there and spend hours and hours and hours doing something when you can do it in 10 minutes? Who wants to waste their energy? And then your productivity, of course, will go skyrocketing, because you've embraced that change to doing something, the same thing you've always had to do, but in a different way. You've developed knowledge. You've developed yourself to getting that knowledge. Use it to your advantage. So by setting clearer goals, maintaining a growth mindset, because in your mind you want to grow, you want to be better. You have to have that open mindset and surround ourselves with supportive people. It's very crucial, guys. Some people, they're going at that fast pace, and then some people come into their lives and they just go flat like that. You don't want that. So be mindful again of people who you surround yourself with. Are they supportive people? Are they people that would encourage you when the tough times are going? Are they the people that'll be rooting for you? Yes, you can do this and stuff like that. Okay, so all of this can foster our personal growth and improve our overall quality of life. I want to be better. Every single day, I want to be better than my yesterday. That's for me. Anyways, I don't know about you. But self-development is something every individual, I feel, should engage in, Don't just stay stagnant in that. They say stagnant water stinks. I don't want to stink. I bet you don't want to stink as well. So you have to keep moving, keep doing stuff, getting better at your pace. But as long as you're doing something, and be mindful, your mindset, it goes a long way. Because if your mind is not ready for that change, if your mind is not ready for that development, you might just be struggling, and it seems it's not going adequately. So make sure your mind is in the right place. You're ready to take on this goal. You must achieve it. Be committed, be consistent, set goals, your priority. Don't procrastinate, and do what you can, and celebrate along, as you go along developing yourself. Be proud of yourself. And I just want to believe that this talk has kind of helped us today. I hope it's encouraged someone out there. Don't look at self-development as, okay, I've done it, been there, done that. No, it's a journey of life. As you live life, you get older, you face more challenges, you have to learn new ways of coping and new ways of doing things, and all that is self-development. And it may just never stop until we go to the land beyond. So guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening on Insight with FunmiRoyal. That is my talk for today.
Let me shine to the whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring on.
Frankie, I see you. Welcome. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you, guys. Yes. So yeah, I thought I was going to rush through it, but yeah, I still spend my usual time. So guys, let us come together now and put some more flesh into this talk. Self-development. My one question for us today, because when I was preparing for this, I'm like, I just need one question that will help us, broaden this topic some more. Is self-development age-bound? Do you feel when you get to a certain age, there's no point developing yourself anymore? Pastor Humphrey, thanks for joining. So guys, please send me an invite, and I'll bring you up, and we can talk some more about this topic, self-development. Has self-development hurt anyone? Perhaps, I don't know. So those are the things we want to talk about. Do you think it's important to cultivate that habit, self-development? And like I said, my question is self-development age-bound? Let's hear from us. Send an invite. Let's hear from you. I want to hear from you guys. Like I said, I can't cover all of it to the topic, and that's why I rely on us to come. Let's talk more about it. Self-development. Do you think if you surround yourself with just anyhow people, can it affect your self-development, or how do you reckon it may affect you? Can it even affect you at all? So I want to hear from us. Thank you so much, Jane Bond, Tamara. Thank you. How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm good, thank you.
Oh, it's good to have you here. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Thank you for passing the streets of TikTok today.
I don't always come on because of job.
I can imagine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I want to believe at least you heard a bit of my talk.
Yes.
So I don't know what was coming through your mind when you were listening to that. What do you want to share with us as well?
Yeah, definitely self-development is it's a key to many doors, that many unseen doors that you wouldn't think will help you. When you develop yourself in the area that you are good at, in your area of expertise, it opens doors for you that you can't see. Knowledge is power. Being ignorant about things, it's like being blind and you're not seeing the things that you're supposed to see. So I believe that on a really higher level, especially, you said it already, on a really higher level, self-development can open doors to so many things that you want to do in life. You can meet someone who may not be, in fact, I was just thinking that when you were talking, somebody may not be rich in resources, but they are rich in their knowledge and they are rich in their expertise and things that they have to offer
That's true.
to be the
Very.
greatest. Thank you. I often travel and do evangelism yearly. I do mission work yearly. This year, sadly, I didn't go, but last year, oh no, yeah, I did go this year. In April, we went. We did a crusade this year in April. But normally, when I go into the villages. I go into the villages. Sometimes some of the villages don't even have cars. One thing I did learn about the villagers, though, is that these people are expertise in whatever they are doing. Some of them are farmers, and there's not an area of farming. Let's say they do rice farming, they do corn farming. There's not an area of rice farming that you can ask them that they can't tell you.
And I bet they may not have gone to school to study all of these things.
Exactly.
Wow.
They do agriculture to their fingertips and they are so good with it. When you were talking, that just came to my mind. These people have, they may not be educated in terms of, a modern education, but they are educated in a way where they can put two and two together. They are able to forge their life forward. They are able to be experts in their field in doing, there are certain products that you buy, I don't know for Nigeria, but for Sierra Leone, for example, there are certain products that you will want, you can't get it from the city. You have to go to the village and you will get it.
Wow.
Because these people are experts in their field, There are certain materials, even we have a material that traditional material. And now a lot of, I've even seen some of these materials now in the high street here in UK. And some of these materials, I've seen it being handmade.
Wow.
It's just very similar to the kente material in Ghana. When you go to Ghana, you see this kente material being made by the people from the village and who are handcrafted these materials. And it's also like doing the shea butter. Shea butter, you see these women, they are so skilled. When you even see them bringing the nuts down, harvesting it, planting it, and then we see the fine products here, but then it takes skill, it takes knowledge for you to get. Even there are different types of shea butter, but when you get the real shea butter, you will know that this was harvested by people who probably have learned their skills to the maximum. I believe that what you're saying is so true. Knowledge is so much power. Lack of knowledge has led us into places that we never really wanted to go in life. Lack of knowledge has led us into regrets, and maybe some of those regrets we're learning from it now. But I 100% believe, follow you on that. Self-development is definitely the key forward, especially in our modern days now.
The pace.
The pace is so fast. You blink, you miss it. Like now, TikTok, there are some certain features I don't even know how to do. I've been wanting to do TikTok live.
Don't go there.
Forever. I keep postponing it because I've got no idea how to do some of the features or what to do. So in the end, I just end up leaving it, even though it's something I really want to do. So maybe I need to take time, learn about it.
I can tell you what I know so far, and
Okay.
I'll tell you, I'll let you speak, but I'll tell you what happened. There's been quite a number of friends, because even when I wanted to start as well, I had to come on like test run, and I'll say to people, this is just a test run, or I just bring some topical thing we can talk about. And then some moderators from another friend's show, they will come, okay, press this. How do you go into the box? I didn't have a clue. Press this, press that. So recently I was sharing with a friend this, and they said, hey, for me, more now, but even me, I don't know all of it. So as you're trying to learn, they're even updating. So you just have to keep developing your knowledge about these things.
Definitely, I so agree with you. I love the topic. Self-development is kind of my niche. I really love it. Yeah, I think knowledge is power. We all need knowledge to enhance us.
Mm-hmm.
to where we want to go in life. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Knowledge is power. Yes. So I don't know, but maybe you want to add to it. Do you think self development is age bound?
I don't think so. I have seen people. I went to uni. When I went to uni, the year I went to uni, one of the ladies who was one of the oldest in our group was 60,
Oh,
65 years old.
wow.
And she said that her ex-husband had always told her she was stupid.
Oh,
She had all her kids. She had 5 kids. All the kids were grown up. All of the kids had really good jobs, and she went to uni just to satisfy herself that and satisfy the people who were pulling her down that she couldn't do it. So by
nice.
the time we finished, in fact, we finished when she was about 65. So she only worked for a year and then she retired.
Oh,
And then the
wow.
day of that graduation, when she stood up on that stage picking up her certificate,
My God.
all of the students stood up. If you
Oh,
see tears in that hall that day, it was amazing. She made everybody proud. She said, I did this for my children. The children were in tears.
oh my goodness.
So knowledge is
Like
definitely blind.
that.
There's no age bound to it. Whatever age you are, you can start something. There are older people I've seen on the news lately. This lady, she's in her 90s and she went for a doctorate degree. And everybody will be asking, I mean, people went on social media, it was trending. Why would you go wait till that later in life and you're going for
Oh.
a degree? And she said, who told you you're too old to learn?
Mm.
And that was the best response I ever got.
Oh my
Who told
goodness.
you you're too old to learn?
Mm. That's it. Okay, thank you. So, age, you don't think age should be a barrier to self development, which is key. Okay, maybe somebody might have a different opinion, but let's wait and see. Knowledge is power. We've learned that from you. Thank you so much for your contribution, Jane. Gold Star, I'm going to come to you because you're next in my box. I want us to spend time, talking about this. For some people, just like Jane was sharing, they're in the remote village, and I bet if somebody who had gone to uni to study agriculture, or whatever, goes there, they would still teach this person what to do in a way, but it's all good. They might bring the new technology and all of that, but when it comes to the real knowledge of crop plantation or planting or whatever, they will have to school this person, I'm telling you. So Gold Star, let's hear from you. Self development, do you think self development should be age bound or is age bound? And what else do you want to share with us as per this topic? Do you think self development is even necessary? At least you have a good job, life is good. What's the need for self development? What's your take on this? Let's hear from you, please. Gold Star, I hope you're there. You have to unmute. Thank you for liking the live. But Gold Star, we want to hear from you before I go to the next person or before I even bring my puzzle. This puzzle today. We'll see who will get it. Okay, Gold Star might not be able to speak. Okay, hello, Gold Star.
I think self development is not age bound
Okay,
because I'm a kind of person that likes opportunity to learn,
okay.
explore, and do new things. So I
Good.
don't know if, although it depends on personality and it depends on what you want.
Mm,
So for me, I don't think it's age bound. There should be need for continuous growth.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, there is need for continuous growth. If this aspect of your life you might feel, you're okay. What about the other aspects? So there's always room to improve. There's always room for self-development. That is my take anyway. So thank you so much for that short contribution. May Joy, I'm coming to you now. When you finish your contribution, I'll bring the puzzle so that we can start pondering on it as well to see whether we'll get the answer. So May Joy, how are you today? You're welcome to Insight. Let's hear from you.
Thanks so very much. Good evening, everyone. And from my end this evening, everyone.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Okay. Self development has no age limit.
Okay. Another
Yeah,
person.
it has no age limit. You can't tell me because you're 50,
Hmm.
you're 70, you cannot develop yourself. No. I think learning is a continuous process.
Okay.
It's something you keep learning. There's no period where you tell yourself,
But,
in short, the truth is that the time you keep learning, when you stop learning, it means you stop progressing. That's the
wow.
truth.
Okay.
Yeah. When you stop learning, you stop progressing. In as much as you are still living, you have to learn because there are a whole lot of things we have to explore.
Yeah.
Okay, you were saying something. You said something about people who read that Greek, and when you go to the village, the
Hmm.
villagers will not teach you. You had just the head knowledge. They had the practical knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
understand? Okay. I dabble into poetry, though I read agric.
okay.
I started up a poetry farm.
Hmm.
I noticed that with all my knowledge of agric, I know nothing about it. The person who is putting me through, the person who is putting me through is somebody, in short, I'm not sure that Aboki man understands English.
In
You
fact,
understand? But he
wow.
has the practical knowledge.
Yeah.
He has
True.
the know-how.
Hmm.
He has the know-how. I had the head knowledge. And the head knowledge that has been there for years that has not been put into practice. I was just telling myself when I was coming back to that, I was like, Mary, you need to sit up. You need to
Wow.
start carrying out research on this thing you are doing. You need to start carrying out research. Yes, he is there to help you
Yeah.
practically, but at least you still need to learn and get to know more about what you are venturing into. So there is no limit to learning. The day you stop learning, that's the day you stop progressing. That's just the truth. And,
Wow. Yeah.
I've ventured into a whole lot of things because I just want to learn. There are a lot of things I practically do. People will be asking me, did you read chemistry? Did you read this? Did you read that? No. It's
Oh.
just that curiosity. I want to learn. I
Yeah.
want to know more. I want to, I don't know whether this English is correct. Is it diversified? Yeah,
Yeah. Diversify. So
yeah. So
maybe something totally new from what you know before, what you're
what
doing.
you know,
Yeah.
yes. You just you
Yeah.
just you just want to keep
It's just
exploring.
variety of
Yeah,
life.
so
Yeah. Variety of
yeah,
knowledge.
yeah.
Yeah. Diversity.
Knowledge, yes, yes, just variety of knowledge. And I was so impressed because when I don't know who gave, is it Jane or something that was talking about the person who graduated at the age of 65? You
Yeah.
know, I just told myself, you are not going again. But I think with this, I'm motivated. I'm,
Okay.
mot- I'm motivated to see how to start up something as soon as I get myself balanced up again. So we just have to learn. The one big thing, one and the internet has made it so easy
Yeah. So no more excuse.
for us these days. If you want to learn, there are a lot of things. Most time we are being limited. Yeah, no more excuse, no more excuse. There are a lot of courses you need to run online. There was a day I was trying to. There was the course I was trying to do online. I read and I read until I dropped my distance. I'm not do again. That was how I stopped it halfway. So
Right.
I think that's my little contribution. Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
might
so
not be too long. There's a line that also.
so much. You know what? I'll make you laugh. Um, when me and my husband were about getting married, the small white Bible, because we're Christians, the small white Bible they gave us. If you open the front pages, I presented to whoever, and then they wrote children.
Yeah.
So we said we're going to have 4 children. We wrote the names already together. We sat down, wrote the names, boy, girl, boy, girl. We said
Yeah.
boy, girl, boy, number one, girl, boy. I bet the heavens were looking at us and laughing. So I learned how to plait hair. Like that my daughter, I'll be my daughters, I will plait their hair and all. So when we had the first one was a boy, tick like thank you heavens. And then
Yeah.
2 years later, another boy. I said, okay, we'll swap it. So that means two girls.
Two girls, two boys.
Two girls will come. Boy, I didn't know how to cut hair. My dear, my house is full of boys. Four of them. There is this uncle of mine. When I want to cut hair, I want to cut hair. I'm like every week cutting hair. Do you know how much? I had to go to the barber shop. I was looking at him when he was. I said I have to learn. On my way back, I bought clipper. Four
Wow.
boys. I said I learned to plait hair because I just assumed, I
You
had to be
have,
cutting hair.
yes.
If you know how much I've saved on haircuts, shout out to
Okay.
all the barbers in the world. Thank you guys, but no thanks. Four of them. Hey, so what am I saying? I said, so nobody to do hair or whatever. And then, these days, all sorts happening. I've learned to start doing hair. I've learned to be cutting hair. I had to develop my
Wow.
knowledge fast. Guys, I
Wow.
saved loads of money. In fact, at some point, my husband will even
Wow.
let me cut his hair, but after a while, they've graduated. Now, who born me? But now, in fact, I can do hair. I still can do hair. I know how to cut hair, and all of that. I'm the better for it. I saved a lot of money. So if you
That's
say,
good.
imagine every week, Mom, I want to cut hair. You want to cut hair? I'm like, sit down. Oh yeah, bring clipper. Enough is enough.
Super.
You
Yeah.
know. So there is
You
no
know,
knowledge that is wasted at
there's no
all.
knowledge that is wasted. Like, do you know in my house right now, we don't buy soap, we don't buy bleach, we
So
don't
you
buy
do
perfume.
that.
I produce all those things. The only thing
Okay.
I just need is
Just
just
do wait,
NAFDAC.
Major. The address is 149. Send no, just kidding.
I do soap, I do bleach, I do
Wow.
perfumes. We don't buy those things. As in, I also do hair product week.
I'm
I don't know.
telling
I
you.
think it. Yes, if like the weeks are here, it's just that my children broke my camera, I would have turned off and show you every. I do a whole lot. So there are a lot of things we don't buy in the house.
Can you imagine?
Do you know?
Knowledge is crazy.
I even try to do this thing. Betty, so my children were like, "Mommy, don't spoil our skin." But guess what happened? I was
That one you
learning
have to
it
do
this
proper
evening.
research.
Do you know I was learning it this evening? We were together with them. Before I told them, okay, go and watch your. I was learning it online with them this evening.
Wow.
They were like,
Wow.
Mommy, we know you are going to give this a try. I said, for sure, I will.
Well
You
done.
see.
Well done. Wow. I'm impressed.
Just,
Well done. I mean, that it shows a lot, really. When you set your mind to anything, you can achieve it. And this is part
for
of the
sure.
self-development we're talking about. If you had not set the
Yeah.
goal, if you had not, done your research and all of that, all those knowledge you have now, nobody can take it away from you.
At all. At
Nobody can
all.
take it away from you. So thank
At
you. Thank you
all.
so much for sharing. Thank you. Yes. Akos, is it Akos B before I go and bite myself? Akos B, good evening to you. You're welcome. I hope you can speak
Hello.
where you are. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. How do you call your name? Because this one is like it's been funkified.
Yeah, you called it right.
Oh, okay, all right. You're welcome to Insight. We'd love to hear from you tonight. What
Thank you. Is it?
We're talking about self-development, and I usually will give a talk. I know some people would miss the talk, and like I say to people, hear what I have to say and think more about it, so that when we come together like this, we can expand it some more. And one of the questions I threw out after my talk is self-development age-bound? So you can either start with that, or if you want to share anything else about the topic, please feel free. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you. T-shirts, you're welcome.
Yeah, like the last speaker said, right? I think, and you also alluded to, I think self-development is an individual thing
Okay.
where people tend to develop passion for certain things they aspire to learn. For me personally, right, I see self-development as a continuous thing, and it could apply to one's personal uh, life or even professional life, where you decide to learn new skills in areas that are not necessarily your area of specialism, and just develop those passion to learn things that could enhance your growth. For me personally, I I would say I'm curious to learn new ways of improving things, in the course of doing my job. By that I tend to simplify processes by developing tools that makes work easy. Yeah, so for for instance, right, I even though my background is not IT, right, I'm kind of passionate about uh, IT side of things, and try to use my curious mind to develop systems that are basic but functional, that allows me to achieve certain tasks in the course of doing my job. So I think self-development don't necessarily lie around attaining qualifications or certifications per se, but around developing those soft skills that your passion lies around. So for me, it's crucial to enhance those skill sets, that one sees fit to develop them.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So not necessarily what you're doing already, because you know that you probably know you're the guru at that. But other soft skills you might want to learn to kind of develop yourself in what you're doing to be better. So thank you for thank you. I'm coming to you standing in. That's all, like standing in the gap, I believe. Good evening to you standing in the gap. Maybe you're going to stand in the gap. Oh, before I come to you, I'm so sorry. I said I was going to bring my puzzle because I need people to think about it. Manager, if you're there, I probably need you up to help me type this. So the question for our puzzle today, if anybody knows it, if you're in the box, you can attempt, you can try it. Otherwise, we'll see how far we go. Okay, I'm just going to pause you for a second. All right, thank you. So the puzzle for today is why do I hope you guys not there. No, you can just help mute. Thank you, Mary Joy, because I can hear the phone call. Okay, so my puzzle for today is why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? Why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? There's a reason why he did that. So if you know the answer, please put the answer there. But you don't have to give you your token or your gift for today. So you have to come into the box to get that. And if you're in the box already, start, thinking about it. But don't overthink it. It's a funny one. And we still have a whole week. If you don't get it today, you can come back next week. I'll bring it back. And then we'll try to attempt it again. Why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? There's a reason why. If you know the reason why, please tell us the answer. Otherwise, I'm coming to you standing in the gap. Let's hear from you today. Self-development. Do you think it should be age-bound or is it age-bound? Or what is your view about this topic? Let's hear from you.
Okay, thank you very much for the invite. Thank you for the discourse, self-development. Actually, for me, I think the moment we stop developing, we die. That's
Hey.
the truth. Because human being, naturally speaking or biologically speaking, we stop growing. I think scientifically speaking is around 20, 23, 20, about 23, 25 years of age. We stop growing, generally, on virtually every part of our body. Though there are still parts that they still need continuous growth. That's true. But the issue is a lot of us, when we stop growing biologically, we don't stop growing ourselves. We don't stop improving ourselves. That is very, very good. I mean, that's the right thing to do. That we keep improving ourselves, we keep working on ourselves. And like somebody said during the course of the life, that we are in a world, the internet has made things very, very
Sorry,
easier.
standing in the gap. Thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry, Minister Felicia, you're welcome. Please help mute. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, please. Sorry about that.
Okay, somebody saying that we are
Mute
in the
mute
world
me,
of
please, because I don't know. It's not coming up.
internet. We're in the world of internet where we definitely learn, or there are a lot of things to begin to learn from. But unfortunately, also I have personally discovered that there is a law of diminishing returns. Like before
Oh,
this time, there were not many resources or many channels to learn from. Right now, you can be in your house and you can get a PhD from your
I'm
house.
telling
You can be in
you.
your house, you can get any degree. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, this time people have become literally very lazy. A lot of people don't even know some of these opportunities exist. Some people are just actually only using, for instance, social media just for the cause of entertainment, not knowing that these things can be used also for self-development. Like there's a speaker that said something very beautiful, that she has learned so many things. I believe maybe she watched videos and all that. I used to tell people, I said, for instance, YouTube in itself, for instance, YouTube is it's a university, is a kind of a
I'm
composition
telling
of
you.
many universities, because there are a lot of things you can learn from the YouTube. You can practically learn from it that was not even there, or that is not possible before this time.
Before. Yeah.
So I think there must be need for value reorientation, especially for us as Africans. We need to begin to. I was listening to a video. They said the algorithm of TikTok, for instance, in China has changed, and that
Wow.
anytime you are going through a certain age, especially from 14 years, with the people within 14 years, if they are using TikTok, the things they see, they are more scientific, not entertaining, not entertainment or anything entertaining. It is more scientific, and they
Develop their
designed
mind.
that algorithm to help them to develop themselves, so that they want their future leaders to be scientific. And we in Africa, unfortunately, I don't know whether we have something like that. So I would really say that your this program is a very good one. The need
Thank you,
for us
sir.
to develop ourselves, and I want to thank you for this kind of audience. So I think self-development should not be age-bound. It should not be restricted at all. And we should do what we need to do to make sure that we keep learning every single day, because the resources are there. In fact, if anybody is ignorant at this time, like the proverbial, I just saw a proverb not up to an hour ago. He said, "The goat that dies in a barn did not die of hunger; it died of laziness," and that's the truth. So we have a lot of we have a lot of information right now. So anybody that is ignorant is not ignorant because there are no information, but it's just because of being lazy. So I think self development should be something everybody should just do it with whatever the age. Thank you.
Thank you. Many years ago, you'll find me with just a black eye pencil. Once I do this and I put it around my lips, the lip gloss, I'm good to go. But then I heard of something called YouTube. What's this? I sat down, I looked at makeup for beginners, and I bought the palette. I started. I'm like, the first time I looked like one monster. I said, no, this is not. And I tried, and I kept at it. I kept at it. I'll watch another video. I'll try it out again. Watch another video until I did one. I'm like, oh my God. Even my husband thought, did somebody come to help me do this? I said, then I must be good right now. But it took a while, but there's so many videos. So when people say your makeup is, I say, thanks to YouTube. I always say that, like, thanks to YouTube, because I watch loads of videos because sometimes you get these professional makeup people and then they come, they will make you up. Guess what, guys? I'll be asking, where am I? Even me, I'll be looking for myself, because my face is totally different. I don't know who I am. Like, even me, I'll be looking at them. Is this me? Is this me? So I'm like, I like something subtle. If you go on my pages and you see maybe some engagements like that, rarely, maybe 3 times I've had to use a makeup person, like, if at all, because I'll sit there. I know what I want to combine, and when it's too much, I don't even like it. I just love it to be, I love my colors, don't get me wrong, but to kind of blend it in and all of that. So I learned a lot from YouTube, and YouTube is not just, even on TikTok, you can learn. There's so many avenues to learn. So why should we stop that self-development? Some, you don't even need to pay for it anymore. It's free. Free online courses, free online workshops, free online seminars, whatever profession you're in, whatever personal goals you want to achieve. There's so many out there. Even this one we're doing on Insight. Information. Let's talk about these things. Because some people, to be honest with you, their mind is, I'm going to see the latest dance. That's all they're going on. They don't know that they can actually go online to learn, academically, to learn, get certificate, to learn a profession or something like that. So it's always good. Thank you so much for even emphasizing that. So I'm going to come to the next person I believe is there is, I saw Mrs. Williams. She's just dashed off. Big Sugar 01. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the heart to me as well. Please, I want to hear from you. I hope your day has been good. Oh, thank you.
Good evening, man.
Good evening, sir. And thank you for inquiring. I think it was you who asked when next I was coming on.
Yes. I wanted to know whether probably you'll be on program, as you'll be on live program this night.
Yeah. Thank you so much for asking, and you're welcome as well. Thank you so much. Mrs. Williams, God bless you, my twinnie. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah. So I'm sure you've heard what we've been saying so far. We want to hear your contribution. And my puzzle is there. Maybe, or you want to try my puzzle? Why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? Why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? Anybody in the box, you want to attempt it? Don't overthink it, guys. There's a reason why. If you know the reason why, please tell us. And then we'll hear from Big Sugar 01. Thank you so much. Yes, we're waiting for your contribution, sir.
Oh, on what?
On the topic self-development. Do you think self-development is age-bound? Do you think, when you get a certain age, you don't have to develop yourself anymore? It's just okay, you're good as you are, you know?
Actually, to me, life is about learning.
Okay.
So we learn every day.
Okay.
And I believe self-development is something that is dynamic.
Okay.
It's something that is dynamic, It could be probably your spiritual growth.
Okay, that's true.
Mental growth. Probably emotional growth.
Okay.
Political growth.
Oh, wow.
Physical growth. It depends on it depends on what you probably intend to do, what you like to do, and you want to elevate yourself in that area, but it doesn't stop you to learn from other areas. like probably learn from other discipline or learning from other area or learning from people. It just depends on, depends on what probably you intend to do, your aspiration, your ambition towards, towards your future.
Yeah.
And so it's not age limit. Life is about learning something that, and life is dynamic in nature. So the way today look like it's quite different. It might be quite different from tomorrow. So to me, life is about learning. You understand? Life is about learning. So it doesn't stop. Probably maybe you have a certain age that you should not learn or you should not develop yourself. It just depends on your own, on your own vision, or your own probably vision towards your future. So that's little about my contribution.
Oh, thank you. Almost everyone have said that there is no age barrier to self-development. And a lot of people said, as long as you're living, you just have to keep up, self-developing yourself if you don't want to be left behind. And there's Standing in the Gap said to us, there's so many avenues out there that maybe some culture perhaps are not even taking advantage of. Rather, it's something else. Life is not all about entertainment. There's so many aspects to life. So some people pay attention to a particular area, and other areas of their life they're suffering or they're struggling in there. And meanwhile, there's avenues to kind of develop those areas, but they're not just taking advantage of it. So thank you so much for that. As long as you're living, you need to self-develop yourself, so that you can still be relevant in the scheme of things, in the scheme of life. And I really appreciate the fact that you mentioned the kind of self-development people can embark on. It could be a spiritual one. It could be an economic one, a political one. I'm not a politician, so I don't know. Anything politics, you just see my back there. I'm not interested. I don't want to. So I'm not sure I want to develop that area per se. As long as I know who the president of my nation is or who, what, I think I'm good. So thank you. So there's so many aspects of our lives that we can actually develop. Some areas, it's just natural development we're experiencing. And if I may mention, like this spiritual one he mentioned, as long as you go to church every Sunday, you're developing your mind, your knowledge of God and things like that. Because you hear the word, you pray, you fast, you're developing your spiritual muscles. And for some people, they're always reading. For who was that? My sister May Joy, she was doing research, learning how to make soap, learning how to make body cream, learning how to do all of that. So there's something that you may be interested in, and it seems so far-fetched. Like, how would you attain it? My dear brother, sister, go online, type whatever. Interested in child minding, interested in anything at all, you will see some answers popping up. The rules of self-development is knowing something about everything and everything about something. Thank you. I'll read that again. The rule of self-development is knowing something about everything and everything about something. That is wisdom. That is knowledge. That is power. That will give you confidence. At least there's no gathering when they're talking about whatever you know. Who was it that was sharing with us about getting knowledge in terms of IT? Their vocation is not really IT as such, but they took interest in that, and they're able to transfer that skill to help them do their work better. So there's always something to learn. Self-develop. The word we need to pay attention is self. If you're waiting for somebody else to come and develop you, my dear brothers and sisters, you might just wait for a very, very long time. So this thing is as you wish yourself to be, as you desire for yourself to be, plan your life, make sure they're achievable. I gave us SMART as a guidance to achieving or self-developing ourselves. Let me go back to that aspect, I said set clear goals. I'm just kind of adding more to what people have said. Guys, don't forget my puzzle. If you know the answer, please unmute yourself and tell us, or you can type it in there. Hopefully I don't miss it. I gave us the acronym of SMART, SMART, specific goals, measurable goals, achievable goals, relevant goals, and time-bound goals. These are things you can set for yourself as an individual, and it can cut across, say, for example, is spiritual. Specific goal for my spiritual self-development. What is it? In a year, I want to read the whole of the Bible again or something. Can I achieve this? Is it measurable? Yes, the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, it's there, it's standard, it's there. So it's measurable. Can I achieve it? Of course, I've done it before. I can do it again, maybe even in 6 months. Set clear goals for yourself. And then is it relevant? Of course, it's relevant to my life. You know, the more you read the word, that's just an example. It could be anything at all. The more revelation you get, the more insight you get, the more knowledge you get about who God is and, you know, and all of those things. And then time bound. If I say 6 months, I want to try to finish it by 6 months. You know, that's just an example. So SMART, SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. If you can follow those goal acronyms, honestly, you're on the right track. So set it to anything at all you want to do for yourself in order to self-develop yourself. Thank you so much, standing in the gap. Oh, you're actually standing in the gap. I don't know, my manager is off somewhere. So thank you so much for that contribution. I don't know, I think just Zold. Minister Felicia, I can see you. So I'm coming to Minister Felicia, but let me quickly read my puzzle out again. The puzzle, I always bring this so that if the topic is heated, we kind of mellow down a bit. So my puzzle for today, if you know the answer, please type it in or unmute and tell us. My puzzle for today is, why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? Why did he give them stilettos? There's a reason why. We all know stiletto, those high heel shoes. I almost gave us the answer. Let me keep quiet. Why did Jesus give us all why did Jesus give all the sick women stilettos? If you know the answer, please feel free to answer. So Minister Felicia, I'm coming to you. Good evening to you. I hope your day has been good, or it could be good afternoon. I'm not too sure now, but good day to you. Welcome to Insight. We want to hear your views about this self-development we've been talking about. Maybe perhaps there's an angle we haven't looked at, and you want to give us that revelation so we can gain more knowledge, why it's important and it's relevant. Yes, ma'am.
Oh wow! Thank you for having me. I just saw you and I'm like, oh, let me come in because I've been meeting you at Mama Judy's live stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Self-development is actually God's plan for us to develop, you know, in many ways, aspects. That's why the word growth is mentioned in many ways in the Bible, many places in the Word of God. So God's plan is that you get inspired.
Yeah.
That's why He put the prophets in to foretell the future, so you can walk your way into the future. You know, so the divine revelation there is that we must develop ourselves to better things. I'll take a story in the Word, which is the story about Noah, who never even knew how to build. They were never told that he knows how to build, but he was able to build. So self-development comes with instructions of obedience. And in these days, it's always good to have a board, you know, a dream board, a goal board, so that you know what you're working on. When you self-developing yourself, you're not developing yourself for you alone, because you become an expertise in so many things, like I heard today, where you help, where you are able to be a great contributor to the community at large. When you self-develop, you are able to extend an olive branch to help somebody, to empower somebody to help somebody rise out of their space of weakness to strength. I remembered when I was growing up, my father always asked us for a word in a day. You have to give him a new word every day. So we all used to go to the dictionary and pick out a word and pick out what the meaning is and bring it up to him. And one day I asked him, he said, because if you learn one word a day, you become an Oxford dictionary by 365 days. And that helped me to learn things, to be able to see things in a different way. And in life, I may not have been, I've been able to have conversations or be able to help in places where I might not be aged enough to be, but yet I'm able to give my 2 pennies or 2 cents or 2 kobo worth of information to it. Self-development means that you grow and thrive in you, and to be a better part of you, be the best part of you when you develop. I encourage the youths that I meet along the way. I tell them, don't ever think you know everything, because there is always something to relearn. That's why a scientist cannot actually say, this is my thesis, unless somebody else tries it and it works the same way. So when we look at that, we do not resolve to saying, I have arrived, because nobody really have arrived. We all learn to relearn, we all learn to grow, we all grow to thrive, and we all thrive to help others move up. That is just where I am. So.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I mean, everybody seems to be on the same page. We never stop learning. As long as you're breathing, we never stop learning, because otherwise you just become irrelevant in a way, and you won't like the feeling at all. When people are talking, everybody's moved on, and we all know, even the gadgets world, cars, latest technology, everything is just moving at this fast pace. Some people they don't want to bring out their phones, because if you see that phone, I don't know how the thing is even still working. I'm not against old phones or what have you, but then you don't want to change it because you're just used to those one button. After you can receive a call and you can send a call, whatever. No, but I mean, a lot has changed. A lot has changed over the years. When I was a teenager, in fact, I remembered saying some words to my boys, and they were like, "What on earth are you talking about?" Imagine telling them turntable. They were like, "What so-called turntable?" You have to be going on Google to show them this is what I'm talking about. So you can imagine there's advancement going on left, right, and center. So if we stay at a place where stagnant there, may life not pass us by. Let me put it that way. Thank you so much, ma'am, once again. Was in that box before. I didn't notice. Lady Bless. Thank you, Lady Bless Backup. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. I hope your day has been good. So I'm going to come to you before I go to just Zote. I'm sorry, Zote. I'm so sorry. I missed her because I thought it was somebody else in the box because she's been there. So I want to hear from you, Lady Bless. What's your take about this self-development? Maybe there's still another angle we are not looking at you want to share with us. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Actually, I love this topic because self-development is very important. Most especially the era that we are now, everything is changing. So we too, we ought to change. So it shouldn't be age-bound self-development. If you have the opportunity to learn new skills, if you have the opportunity, to develop yourself, why not? It's very, very important because now everything is changing. We ought to change mentally, physically, spiritually. We ought to also change. And when you talk about self-development, it gives you that opportunity, to learn and to grow. And self-development also, it gives you more awareness. You become a better version of yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
I can remember when I came because I based in Italy, when I came to Italy, I don't know how to speak Italy, and here you must have to speak Italian language. So I take it on myself. I say, because when you go to workplace, you need to speak Italy. Anywhere you go, any office you go, you must speak Italy because here they don't speak English. So even when maybe, for instance, you know how to speak English, by the time the years passes by, you begin to lose your English because here you speak more Italians the English. So you begin to lose your English because that English, you will only speak it in the house if you want to speak. Otherwise, you will also speak your native language. So you see that English here in Italy, you don't speak it. You don't, because you don't even have the person to speak it with. So I put it on myself. I say no, within 6 months or within 1 year, I want to know how to speak Italian. Not just knowing how to speak the Italian, I also want to write Italian because there are a lot of people, they only know how to speak it, they don't know how to write it. So some of them, they may write it, the writing, they will miss it with English, so it doesn't correct because here, the way we pronounce, that is not the way you write. So the way they pronounce Italian language is quite different the way we pronounce it. So I put it upon myself because by the time you any office you go, they are going to give you paper and pen to write. So what are you going to write? So I said, no, I must know how to write this Italian language. And again, when it comes for me to do my driver's license here, you have to do it with Italian. Because before I came here, they do have the English version. They later canceled it. I don't know what happened. They canceled it. They make it that everybody, whether you are foreigners, whether you are Italian, you must do it with Italian language. Now, I need a driver license. I don't want to be entry boss because the place where I'm working is very far. So I said, no, this Italian language, because that was a big, huge barrier. Because how can I go to exam hall when I don't even know how to read, when I don't even know how to pronounce? So I need to I said, no, this barrier, I must break it today. So I begin to study, I begin to read. Before you know, I went for examination and I passed. So everybody, the teachers here, they were asking, the teachers, they were asking me, they say, how that is in Italian. I come here fast. So that one means, how did you do it? I say, because they see me in class I don't know how to speak. I don't even speak it correctly. So they were so surprised. Say, how did you do it? Because even Italian, they are failing. I told him where I said I needed to develop this Italian language. So when others are sleeping, I will be reading, carrying my computer, going to Google, doing this translator. That was how I was able. So everybody was amazed. Because even the day I went for examination, Italian guy, he even failed, you see. He failed. Then I passed. So the man was saying, how come? How? I say, because I needed to learn this Italian language. So I have to go extra mile. So if you have the opportunity, why not? So because self-development, it gives you that self-awareness. It makes you to be bold. It empowers you for growth, for increase. So it shouldn't be age-bound. Some time ago, when I was listening to news, I heard about, is it not 91 years? He just graduated from the university, you see? So the man would have said, after all, I'm old. After all, maybe where I'm going, I'm more closer.
What's the point? Wow.
Yeah. So the man, he went for he graduated at the age of 91 years. So if you have the opportunity, why not? Let us grab the opportunity because the era we are now, do you know that even at this era now, there are most people, they cannot even use their phone because you said it. They can't use this new phone. They can't operate it. They can't even open computers. So when you invest, those are the things now we need to change as the world is changing. We also, even me myself before, I don't know how to operate computer. So I said no, because now everybody is using computer. So I must know how to use computer. So I study, I learn, and today I can use computer. So that is the self-development we are talking about. God bless you all.
Oh, thank you so much. I love it when we bring those practical examples so that these people, especially people on the FY page, will know that, these people are not robots. They're real human beings sharing their experiences. And that's why many experiences of mine too that I remember, I'm sharing with us. So thank you so much for that. Knowledge is power. Self
Yeah.
development is power. It helps you build confidence even in yourself. And I'm telling you, except one of my pastors say excuses are for failures, because you bring all sort of excuses. Why not bring an excuse why this thing would work? Why not bring an excuse why you need to self-develop yourself? So there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's always a way, except you're not, ready to put in the effort. And like I say, nobody is coming to come and develop you as such. You have to, because even if I want to come and develop you, I don't know which area I'm going to start with, but you know yourself, and then you can seek support. If you know that this particular area you need to develop, seek support. Go online, do some research here and there, find out, and as I say, knowledge is power. You'll be better for it, I'm telling you. Where there's a will, there's a way. Always, always. There's always a way. When I was growing up, when I was in my teenage years, I didn't have these gadgets. In fact, I think we had this massive computer that nobody even ever wants to put on back in the day. I'm telling you. Who remembers those telephones that you have to wind giddy, 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 and then you go back giddy, 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 and then you do again giddy, 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 like that. I'm like, if you see that now, it's probably in a museum somewhere. So everything is like fast paced. Even the mobile phone we're using now, I'm thinking, what is the next phase of that technology going to be? Maybe you just come in, we're watching it in movies now, you just sit down with the person in the air like this, and there's a screen there, nobody sees it, it's good, I see what. So there's a lot you have to catch up with, and there's no how, if you don't self-develop, hey, I think maybe situation might just push you to develop yourself somehow. So I hope we've learned one or two things from each other. And my puzzle, I'm coming back to my puzzle. Is it that nobody wants to attempt this puzzle? Is it too hard?
I have the answer already, but I was waiting for you to call so that I can give you the
I don't know
answer.
whether we should let you talk about self-development first before the puzzle, or which way. Which one are you ready to share first?
The answer is simple because the Jesus he gave all the sick women stilettos because they wanted to be healed.
Oh, well done. Well done. I think I let it out, Abby. Did I?
No, well, you only confirmed the answer by mentioning high heels, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
To you. Thank you so much. You got because they said they needed to be healed. High heels, stiletto. That was when I mentioned healed. I said, yeah, you have given out the answer. So thank you so much. Let me see if we can find you your gift for today. Thank you. They needed to be healed because otherwise, why would Jesus give them stiletto? Thank you so much for that. Thank so I don't have to bring that back next week, maybe another time again. So we want to hear from you, just Azod, what your take is on this topic. Maybe you want to expand it some more for us, or you want to start with
Yeah,
itself.
I'll share briefly before
Okay,
I go
thank
down
you.
because I was actually in the process of self development when I got the live.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
yeah. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. So like I said, oh, like I usually say, your greatest enemy is yourself. You know,
Can
your
say that
greatest enemy
again.
is yourself. Yeah, it's very difficult to put yourself under submission, put yourself under discipline to be able to develop the areas you're supposed to develop, like your mental state, your brain, your cognitive functions, those aspects of you that are abstract, because um, and then the greatest investment you can ever have is in yourself,
Yes.
right? And that's why a lot of people they find it difficult to they seek others, they seek validation from others, they seek if I can just meet this person, oh, my life will change. If I can just meet one artist or one record producer, my life will change. But at the end of the day, we are all human beings. Everybody has an expiry date. Everybody has his own journey. But a lot of people want to take shortcuts. They don't want to do the dirty work. They don't want to go into the, they don't want to use hard work to actually make a name for themselves. They actually prefer to go through the route of, I know somebody, I have one connection somewhere that can give me, if I can just meet Puff Daddy, or if I can just meet, and we know the stories. So that's just the reality of what's happening in the world, right? The vast majority are unable to do what the 1% of the world is willing to do, which is develop themselves. Cristiano Ronaldo always says it. He always beats himself up, making sure he doesn't slack, he doesn't stay idle. He makes sure he does those exercises he needs to do every day. He's the first to go to the gym. It's not easy, but the rewards are actually behind that barrier.
Yeah.
The rewards are behind the barrier. So yeah. Well, the only thing I would just say is a lot of youths, right, and a lot of people, we actually misplace. A lot of good things are standing in front of us. If a lot of people knew how they could how they could develop themselves, develop a craft, even with the fingers they have, even with the phones they have, the laptops they have, if they know the gold that is sitting down behind that, waiting for you to just harness it, a lot of people will be better off. But no, they wait for blaming either the government, everybody, they blame everybody but themselves,
I'm telling you.
for their situation. So everybody has said very important things. You've all touched you've all hit the nail on the head. But like I would say, bringing it to personal life, a lot of people even feel that once you're 40 or once you graduate, once you have a BSc, that's the end. You're supposed to be able to start printing money. It doesn't work like that in the real world. Yeah, it doesn't work like that in the real world. You need to do better. You need to go deeper. You need to just gather knowledge from everywhere because you don't know where it will help you, right? The kind of work I do, you will be in a situation with people where there are people with 10 years, 20 years of experience, but it could just be you that just came in 6 months ago that can actually solve that issue, and then, people will just be wondering, wow, how did you solve this? How did you get this? How did you understand? And at the end of the day, it's just those are the things you picked up on the way that, you didn't really regard. You don't know when it will be useful for you. So yeah, self-development is important. And one thing about Nigerians, especially Africans, we are very smart. We are very, very smart. The only thing is our background has actually been a major hindrance to us. Where we are coming from, the leaders, everything has just been working against Nigeria. That's why when a Nigerian leaves Nigeria for a better country, they actually do better. They do very well in those foreign countries, even more than the people that have been there for decades. So yeah, it's good to do self-development. It's very important. Let me stop there.
All right. Thank you so much. It's very important, especially to the youth. I think you're the second or third person mentioning the youth. The youth out there, wherever nation you have found yourself, please self-develop. Right now, I mean, YouTube, you don't have to pay for YouTube. So many channels, to develop yourself. It's free. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? Not just everything is about fun, party, and what have you all the time. There's more to life than parties. So do the needful such that even you'll be better for it. I'm telling you. And I pray that God will continue to help all of us, because sometimes it may seem hard, it may seem challenging. Nothing good comes easy. You have to work at it. You have to work for it. You have to be committed to it. And then you'll see the achievements, the goals being achieved, and you'll be the better for it. So thank you so much for that contribution. Mrs. Williams, hey, I hope she'll be able to speak. I'm coming to you lastly before we round up today. Mrs. Williams, I hope you're able to speak. We want to hear those nuggets from you. Wisdom nuggets from you, ma'am. If you're able to speak, I'm looking at the time, 10-ish. Mrs. Williams, are you able to speak, ma, before we round up today? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for getting the gift. Mrs. Williams, you can put a thumbs up if you want to speak, or because I don't want to just round up without asking you, because I know sometimes you're in a busy place. No, my twin. Okay, you're not able to. All right, okay. All right, thank you so much, ma. Thank you. Moral support, and I really appreciate it. Remember, guys, self-development. This woman on this platform, Mrs. Williams. By the way, before I go, this coming Sunday, 29th, 6 p.m. on the streets of TikTok, she's celebrating her birthday. In fact, you guys, all of you in this box, you're specially invited to her birthday. It's on Sunday, so it's way after church for those who go to church, 6 p.m. in the evening. Come, let's celebrate. She said, come, let us celebrate God's goodness in her life. Thank you so much. We will be there by the grace of God. We're not going to miss, because I want to dance. I'm going to bring my dancing shoes. So please come, let's celebrate her. She really helped me. I've had TikTok for maybe 2-3 years. It was just there. I don't even know how many followers. I was always on Facebook. I was always on Facebook, on YouTube, just that, and then maybe Instagram as well. And then she said, for me, TikTok, this and that. I said, I don't know much about it. Going live on TikTok, no. But before I knew, it's like, do this. I will show you this. So she really, she's my mentor here, and I'm saying this proudly. She's my mentor here on TikTok. She showed me quite a number of things. Even the one she can't remember, she will call her moderator. How do you do this again? I have somebody here, she's been so helpful. I celebrate you. I know it's not yet Sunday, but this is especially for you guys. You can still stay, or you can, if you want to drop off. I really appreciate all of you for your contribution. Thank you for making Insight a very insightful one today. I really appreciate you for your liking the live and sharing it, and for the gift as well. Thank you so much, most especially for your insightful contribution. I want to believe we've been able to at least help a handful of people today to consider self-development in case they're stuck, in case they feel stagnant. It's always good to start. Let's talk about these things so we can better our lives. So this one, I'm going to shout out to Mrs. Williams for your birthday. I know I'm still coming to sing for you on Sunday, don't worry. But this one is just in advance. Mrs. Williams, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your... In fact, I don't know, let me not start talking now. We'll not leave here today. But I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Williams. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I am saying I love you. God be with you till the end of time. May he say, well done, Mrs. Williams. God be with you till the end of time. May he say, well done, oh Lord. May he say, well done. I wish you long life. The Lord will bless you. You're going, you're coming. The Lord will elevate. It's our year of uncommon elevation. This is your year of uncommon elevation. In fact, put S in there somewhere. Elevations. If it's a plural word, I don't know. God bless you so much. God bless you. I really appreciate you. You will laugh last. You will dance, or your dance of joy in the name of Jesus. Everything you lay your hands on, according to God's will for you, will prosper in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for always loving, encouraging, all those advice and all of that. God bless you so much. I really love you and I appreciate you. Don't worry, we'll hit the streets of TikTok on Sunday by the grace of God. Guys, she's invited you and I'm inviting you as well. 6 p.m. Sunday, this coming Sunday, as my people would say, this coming Sunday, please come, let's celebrate a life that God has so blessed, and she's a blessing to a lot of people. You need to come on her live, guys. She's blessing people not just in UK alone, all over the world. I love this operation Feed 5,000 she does. They send money to people to say, buy Gary, buy rice. Make sure you feed your family. She's doing a lot. She's affecting lives. And she's not just on TikTok for being their sake. She's actually affecting lives, and you're a true epitome of encouragement to all of us coming. And we hope that God will continue to strengthen you and God will continue to bless you to do more. Thank you so much, Ma. I really, really appreciate you. Woo! Big Sugar, Hapos, I see you. Minister Felicia, thank you so much. Lady Bless, I appreciate you. Gold Star, thank you so much. Standing in the gap, thank you for standing in the gap today. I really appreciate everyone for your contribution, for your support. God bless you. And guess what, people? I'm coming back on Thursday. Well, we like to tell ourselves the truth here. We're going to help each other by force, by fire, by force, as my people will say. On Thursday, we're going to be talking about marriage relationships. So some issues, I'm going to bring another topic, and it has to do with marriage relationship. We're going to dissect it. We're going to learn from it. We'll learn from one another as well. So don't forget to join me on Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time, when we'll be talking about marriage and relationship on Insight with FunmiRoyal. Guys, I'm going to love you tonight and leave you here. Have a lovely night rest. If you're still at work, please take it easy. Don't do too much. Get your cup of tea alongside and just develop yourself somehow. Don't forget, it's very crucial. We don't want to be stagnant in one spot, because they say stagnant water would stink. We don't want to stink. We want to catch up with what's happening in the world, at least in a positive way, be better so we can help others. We can, develop other people as well. So let's keep that spirit and alive, and let's keep it going. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful night rest. Till I come your way on Thursday, have a lovely night rest. Woo. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Of course, B, thank you. Big Sugar, thanks for joining. I really appreciate everyone. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.